No, that's Polvoorde.
No, that's Polvoorde.
Oh, it is.
Now it won't go into gear.
So he said it won't go into gear.
It's in gear now.
There's a good spot right there.
They're trying to get to a better spot.
I think so.
Same thing, Christopher.
And is this the time that you want your engine guy there to do this, or your shock guy to change a belt?
Now they're chalking the wheels. Interesting. It depends. I mean, usually like McCachran has the guy that preps that truck. Like that arguably is the best guy in this situation.
Christopher, you hear me right now?
Oh yeah, we're having a tough day. We're having a great day. I was feeling really good running up front, and we lost a belt and replaced it. Then ultimately we lost another one, and then we changed the power of the steering column. Now we're back in the pit making a couple changes, trying to not have any more failures.
That's got to be disappointing. Do you feel like you guys are going to be able to get it fixed and get back out on course?
Yeah, I'm confident our team will get it fixed and whatnot, but I mean, our days are, now it's just going to get to the finish. Be smart and not ruin anyone else's day. That's what I'm going to have to keep reminding myself. All the other guys are myself, so they're really going to ruin their day, even though it seems like they're going to be going a lot slower. But now we're just looking for a finish.
How long do you think it's going to be until you can get back out on the track?
Hopefully in the next 10 minutes, I would think. But yeah, unfortunately, when we changed the pumps, we had some issues up out in the field that we had to kind of troubleshoot, and we got that figured out now. And the guys are just doing their final, figured out some professionals look at it versus Mike, Kim, and I against Mike. More me. We're not the best mechanics. Let these top tier guys make sure our work's good before we go somewhere and can't change it.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to have a mechanical issue over on one of those summits or something, because that'd be a difficult retrieval.
Oh, 100%. These next couple sections are really high speeds, and having a failure at 100-something miles an hour is not really on my check list today.
Yeah. So if you can get going in the next 10 minutes, what type of vehicles are going past you right now? Like how far back are you in the pack?
I think it appears there is just still on Instagram. Looks like there might have been a log jam. So honestly, we haven't had a ton of trucks pass us, but now it seems like the pack's getting by. We actually just had Brock Hager pass us, so not a good sign. But yeah, I mean, Brock Hager is special, so he's probably ahead of everyone. So hopefully, the only UTV that gets us, and we can get back on and just look at all these spec shops mainly.
Right. Yeah, there was a bottleneck, so people did get held up. So if you can get back out as quick as possible, it'd be to your advantage.
Yeah, copy that. Yeah, that's what it seems like. We're these boys are wrenching as fast as they can. It's just, it's a tough. It's a heartbreaker. Heartbreaker.
Yeah. Hey man, I feel for you. We talk at these races all the time, and so keep your head up and get that thing fixed and just log some miles. Try to get that finish, and at least you'll get finishing points and kind of try to stay somewhat in the hunt for a championship.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go learn these VFDs. Those first 70 miles on the VFD were pretty awesome. So I'm looking forward to using the next, 400 miles, just learn the track and figure out how we can make it go faster.
All right, man. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate it. Good luck out there. Stay safe and try and get that thing to the finish.
Okay, thank you, guys.
There's nothing worse than sitting on the side of the race course watching cars that should never be in front of you pass you.
Yeah. Well, I've had it happen in a UTV where we had problems and class 11s are going by, and you're like, okay, this is going to be a rough day.